Hey everyone, it's the Native Professor. Today I'm going to do a break-in update on all the boots that I bought in 2025. I kind of feel like I'm done for this year. I bought enough. Funny story, every pair I bought is from Red Wing. So this is going to be a 2025 Red Wing Heritage Boot break-in update. So let's start with the 2937 Linemans that I bought in Red Wing in April. Really enjoyed going to the basement, bargain basement area. It's always fascinating to see what they have there because you're going to be surprised. And I feel like these boots were around for a while. In fact, I'm not even sure. Sometimes you can read, the date on these is August 2015. Now, interestingly, even though they're 10 years old, and I bought them just a few months ago for a steep discount, mind you. That's why I could afford them. The leather's fine. I haven't done anything to the leather. It's really good. It's the Hawthorne Mule Skinner. And very flexible. I haven't really felt the need to nourish it. I have given these boots some pretty nice outings. They have the Vibram, the full lug sole, so I'm guessing, especially with this rough out leather, that I'm probably going to get a fair amount of use out of these in the winter, if and when winter arrives, which it is supposed to get down to highs in the 60s next week, so that's kind of like, it's a little more October-y than what we have going on right now. I'm pretty sure I put these leather laces on there. I generally, if I have the option, I'm going to go with leather laces. It's just what I prefer. Really like these boots. They're pretty comfortable. I always have this issue right in here with pushing on the bump on my outside of my foot. But these boots have been basically very easy to break in. Really happy with them. I love this welt. I think it's going to be fairly impervious to water. And as far as break-in, I have no complaints. It's sort of what you would expect. And because the leather is fairly pliable, you know, it's just not really a tough customer when it comes to breaking it in. So I'm very happy with them. And that is pair number one. Let's look at pair number two. Another funny story. 3 out of these 5 pairs are mocktoes because I discovered the beauty of mocktoe boots. So we're going to look at the Alpines model 8828. Also a bargain basement find. I bought these 2 pairs of boots simultaneously in Red Wing. It was pretty fun. It's fun to shop there. I'd love to know, those of you who shop there, if you've had, if you have some cool stories to tell about your experiences shopping in the bargain basement there at the Red Wing store, because I never saw these boots before. Only saw them in the store there at Red Wing, Minnesota. So these boots, full confession, they have been used for lawn mowing, and they have served me well in that capacity. In fact, I can see, even though I've had these for, how many months is that? May, June, July, like 5-6 months. Fair amount of wear. Soles are showing some wear. This is their traction tread sole. My understanding is that Vibram makes these according to the Red Wing specifications. Signs of dog poop. Nothing too unusual around here with all the dogs we have. Lots of wear going on in the tongue area. I know some of you guys like kilties. I'm not really a fan of kilties because they just constrict my movement all the more. I don't mind breaking in the leather. I don't mind having it show wrinkles. I don't mind having it show traces that, guess what? I wore these babies. These laces are, I'm pretty sure I found them some store, Army, Navy, I'm not sure, surplus, Runnings, I'm not sure where, but I put on the leather laces. I'm not a big fan of the nylon ones, but can even see some wrinkles in the toe area where I have broken them in, and I must say I had 0 problems breaking these in. Another funny story. So usually I would get 8.5 in the Iron Rangers and maybe a 9 and everything else, and these are a 9D But I have found lately that I need a 9 and everything. Could just be that my feet are getting bigger. Date on these is July 2023. Again, I bought them in April, so they were almost 2 years old. They're a good 2 years old now. Haven't done anything, haven't treated the leather. Probably should do something though with the toe, because you can see the grass stains have kind of accumulated there. So I don't know if I should use a little saddle soap or just, you know, some water. But it probably wouldn't hurt me to condition these because they have been sweat through. And I did take off the collar, as you can tell. That made it easier for me to break these in. When I first tried it without, I did the same on the Lineman. I was getting blisters around the ankles. So I did that. And very happy with them. Actually, this is one of the first pairs that I consider if I need a pair of boots, I'm going to wear them all day, and I need that all-day comfort. These, a lot of times it's like, yep, that's the ones I'm going to wear. Let's look at pair number 3. These are in no particular order. So these are the chukkas, and I bought these at Guilty Party in Atlanta. Had fun doing a video down there. And these are called the Weekender. The leather is kind of a sand. I'm not sure if I have details on the leather. Let's see here. They are full grain, according to this, even though, well, they must be a rough out if they're full grain. Number on this model is the 3309, and yes, I was right. The leather is white sand. White sand. And one of the reasons I picked them is because I do have chukkas. I have chukkas from Clark's, as you guys know. But I have like blue, forest green, burgundy, gray. And I didn't have any pairs that were this nice, traditional, light color like a desert. So I'm very happy with these. They have been easy, as you can imagine, to break in. I think I've subjected them to a little rain here and there. Not a ton of wear, but definitely I've gotten a start on them. Zero problems with breaking in. One thing I really like about these, and I did a comparison of these with the Clarks, the classic Clarks. The 3 eyelets, total of 6, right? 3 on each side, makes these fit great. So we have a nice toe box, nice and wide for my wide feet, but then I can adjust the laces to surround my ankle in supportive comfort. And again, no problems breaking these babies in, as you can imagine. Very easy. And these are extraordinarily lightweight. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. We'll look at these dusty blues last, since I bought them last. Here is a pair of copper mocktoes. I bought these maybe in May. These are the 1907s. And I bought these as kind of an experiment, because I had heard that you could actually access the warehouse boots of Red Wing online. And I was like, okay, I need to look into that, because their warehouse is awesome. And Baker Supply is the place where you can find them. And they were, again, discounted. So that made it easier to swallow that pill. I don't know, this might have been a birthday present to myself. I'm not sure. But whatever. I am so glad I bought these classic mocks, because it's probably one of the most comfortable pairs of boots I have. And I do have several that are super comfortable. Got a couple of Trumans, couple whites that I just can count on. But these, because they're the crepe sole, and they are a very wide toe box, they are just one of my most comfortable pairs of boots. What can I say? So these were, again, they were from the warehouse, and they say November 2024. So they were really only 6 months old when I bought them. And this is the copper rough and tough leather. Very breakable, but still tough. Has pretty nice pull-up. Look at that pull-up. That is very nice. Lots of oils, lots of waxes in there. I love the build of these boots. the comfort level is just extreme, and I feel like I can wear them in almost any weather. You know, I don't know if I'd want to slip around on the mud or the ice in these babies, but other than that, I just feel like I can wear them anywhere. They're very protective because they, you know, they have the mock toe construction. There is some structure to the toe. I frankly don't know exactly what's in there, but whatever it is, it's protective, and the soles are thick. Look at the welt. The welt's beautiful. It is kind of a storm welt rising up there onto the foot, and I'm just thrilled with these. Again, I took off the leather collar, just made it easier to break them in. But other than that, no harm done. I'm just so thrilled that I made this purchase. I get a ton of use out of them, even though they're fairly new. Last pair, these I bought in Stockholm. The 8800s in the dusty blue Alpine. As far as break-in goes, well, I've only had these a month. So we'll take a peek at those. And I have been giving them some nice attention. They're not my everyday go-to yet. I am experimenting with leaving this color on. So far, I have had a bit of like a ring around my ankle with leaving it on, but I am curious if I can succeed in breaking that sucker in. I could pull it off, right? One of you even said, oh, show me how to do that, which I could, and it's tempting. But I'm like, oh, I'll just give it a try and see, because for some reason, these don't give me blisters. They just give me constriction. I don't know. So anyhow, I'm going to try. Pretty sure these leather laces came with them. So I got these in Stockholm. It's one of the newer leathers. In fact, let's see the date. The date of publication on these. Well, interesting. It says September 2024. So they're not the newest. In fact, looks like my classic mocks are the newest of these. I think it's crazy that the Linemans were built 10 years ago, you know. But yeah, you can see I've been attending to these, trying to get them going. As far as a break-in, not much wear on the sole, but a little, some grass stains on there. Yay, a little mud, maybe a little dog do. I love these boots. I love the color. I love the style. And not the same welt, right? This is, I'm not sure. That's probably just a plain old Goodyear welt, right? Stitched down type of welt. So maybe, you know, more of a summer boot. And given that summer is kind of extending into fall here, you know, I'm probably going to get a lot more use out of these before winter comes. Don't know that I'll necessarily wear these in the snow, but I wouldn't rule it out. Because you know me, when I buy boots, it's not just to have them sit on a shelf. I wear them. I love putting my mark on them, the mark of the work I do, the activities. It's like a badge of honor, and makes me happy. In fact, we were talking last night. I'm in this group. We were talking about spiritual practices, and the one I came up with that everybody loved was walking. So I put on my Red Wings or my Trumans or my 1,000 Miles, whatever, when I go on a nice walk with the dogs. And that's what they're for, you know? That's what they're for, to enjoy, to look good in, but also to protect my feet and to make me feel good when I'm walking. So, yep, we're making some good progress on these. I feel good about their prospects. And what can I say? You know, I guess I've turned into kind of a Red Wing girl. I've been eyeing a few things out there. Do I need more boots? No, I don't. But do I enjoy them? Yes, I do. So, you know, some people smoke. I buy boots. There you go. So yeah, I've been eyeing a couple. I may have to put a bee on my bonnet in my son's bonnet because he's very generous Christmas time. We'll see. Got my eye on a few things. Be curious what you're eyeing, you know, right now. Like, are you looking at some Red Wings, looking at some, I don't know, I've been looking on the Nick's site and looked at a couple of Truman boots. Boy, they're big on the black, you know. I'm like, okay, I got 5 pairs of black boots. I don't need no more black boots. But, yeah, I should take another peek at Parkhurst Grantstone, just see what people got going on. So let me know if you're eyeing anything or if you're breaking anything in. Be really curious. Appreciate your tuning in. Kudos to Red Wing for making all these wonderful boots, because all I can say is I've got a really positive report. Breaking them in, not a big problem. Lots of fun. And keep on doing what you're doing, Red Wing. You're doing great. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Ciao.